You got the nerve to say like, "Oh, I'm not promoting violence in these interviews." Yeah, you may not be doing it directly, but you're doing it. You are doing it directly. Because you know what these people are about. They ain't talking about shit. They ain't got shit to talk about. I was watching one yesterday. These motherfuckers' hands was ashy as hell. They look like they woke up and they ain't even washed their face. Shit, barely look like they brushed their teeth. It looked like they got up and smoked a blunt. They look dirty as hell. You got the nerve to have these motherfuckers on camera. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Straight from the Go Man. I'm your host, D from the Go Man. We got a lot, well, I'm gonna say a lot. It's been kind of a slower news week. Um, this week wasn't really a whole lot this past week. I'm gonna get you guys the pod that I did last week that I didn't put out because I didn't think it was really a very good pod. It was very underwhelming, in my opinion. But I will get that out to you guys Sunday. Um, yeah, man, we got some stuff to get into. I want to get into talking about, street vloggers here in Chicago. I got some stuff to say about the whole Russell thing, and then I got some fun topics later. We're gonna get into the situation with Kenya Martin and the guy on Gil's Arena. I mean, I know that's kind of old, but I did want to put a little opinion out there about that, and I also wanted to get into a debate about the greatest diss track of all time, man. Like I said, man, a little bit of a slow news week. Um, but yeah, first, let's get into these street vloggers, man. Let's start that, man. So not this past week, but yet last night, I've been watching these street interviews that guys here doing Chicago. It started with Zach TV. I've been watching them for a long time, and I understood it from the beginning. And I felt like it was okay to give people a voice, and showing what's really going on, and trying to give them a platform so that they're able to get out there. And I love that Zach TV did that. But right now, it does not feel like that no more. To me, it feels like you putting the camera. It feels like you damn near putting the camera in front of people who don't really want better for themselves. And sometimes, you know, instead of really like challenging it, it's more so like your what's the word? Not amplified, but you more so condoning what these people are doing, right? Half of these interviews, in a lot of the interviews, they be the same. Matter of fact, not even a lot of them. The I want to say more than 95% of these interviews, really 100%. I'm not even finna get into the number shit. Really 100% of these interviews are the same thing. All these guys are saying the same thing. You're asking the same damn questions, and it's not really insightful. Y'all are asking about who you beefing with. Man said this about this. What y'all got to say about that? Is this neighborhood safe? Can you freestyle for me? 90% of them can't even fucking rap. It is a shame, right? Because I understand Zach TV was doing this in the early 2010s when I was, a teenager, when I was a YN. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good back then because a lot of the rappers back then they had skill. Now, what I would say their content wasn't much different, But some rappers were different. Like to me, even though Chief Keef is considered the godfather of drill, right? Also wasn't just rapping about killing and violence and destruction. And if you think that's all he was doing, I need y'all to go back and listen to early Chief Keef, bro. Like really go listen to Sosa back then. Go listen to Finally Rich. Go listen to Back from the Dead, man. Them songs wasn't all killing. It wasn't all about that. But now, every rapper that come out the city now, Q50, Bloodhound Lil Jeff, Von off 1700. And I say Von off 1700 is one of the better ones because sometimes this music ain't all about killing, but a lot of it is. It's about bouncing out, doing whatever. Then you got these guys from Shorty Mob, all these different gangs that's in the city. Y'all all talking about the same shit. Y'all all have the same cadence. It's no difference. It's no difference in the way y'all rap. Every time I hear a song, it's like, like, bro, we want to hear something different, bro. And I hate to say it, bro, but the drill is over with. We had a good time with that between the years of 2011 and 2019, 20. I give it to 2020 because that's when Von and Duck both passed away. But they were the only ones really keeping it alive, and then J.H.E. Ruger was keeping it alive as well. So it was only really a few people that was really keeping it alive. Polo G started as like a kind of a drill rapper, but once he started making music, you could tell like he more than just a drill rapper. This dude can really make music. He can really rap. He really got some shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers don't have shit to talk about. It's the same content. It's why Buddy and Gary is struggling. What's his name? Um, used to be around Bloodhound. I forgot his name. But it's like why he's struggling right now. Then you got Bloodhound Vert, and it's just it's nothing. And these interviewers, like I get it. I think one of them said on one of their posts like they don't promote violence. They don't do something like um they just here to show what's really going on in the city. And it's like, bro, we know what's going on in the city. Like, I get what you're trying to say and what you're trying to do, but I don't need you to tell me that it's going down over here. I can see it. We live in the city. And sometimes a lot of these vlogs don't even be for people in the city. They more so for people outside of the city to be entertained. And that's another reason why I have a problem with these Chicago street vloggers. Most of the people that be watching y'all videos don't be really people from the city. Like I rarely hear people from the city talk about street vlogs like that unless they like a younger crowd. But you only getting the attention of those and people who live out of town who finds this drill shit to be very, very entertaining. It was entertaining at first when I was young. And I will admit, when I was young, I was the problem. I was part of the problem. Being entertained by bullshit that could easily be me. You know what I'm saying? But after I was affected by it, after my family was affected by it, and I started to grow older and then realize like, damn, we really killing over some bullshit. We really like over bullshit. Shit wasn't funny no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit is goofy. And I'm not saying like there aren't some talented people here in Chicago. There are. But on the rap side right now, absolutely not. It ain't no real talent. I mean, I know some people who talented, but y'all not really giving them a chance because they not talking about no street shit. Like I got a homie who could really, really rap, but he seemed like he's starting to give up because it's like Y'all not really supporting that type of rap. Y'all supporting this death and destruction going on over here. And like I said, these interviews is not insightful. It's not growth. It's no real storytelling. It's just destruction on loop. It's a destruction. Just keep continuing. You know how when you can put a song on loop, that's exactly what these interviews are. Looping the destruction that's going on in the city. But then you got the nerve to say like, "Well, I'm not promoting violence in these interviews." Yeah, you may not be doing it directly, but you're doing it. Matter of fact, no, fuck that. You are doing it directly because you know what these people are about. You know they ain't talking about shit. They ain't got shit to talk about. I was watching one yesterday, bro. These motherfuckers' hands was ashy as hell. They look like they woke up and they ain't even washed their face. Shit, barely look like they brushed their teeth. It looked like they got up and smoked a blunt. They look dirty as hell. You got the nerve to have these motherfuckers on camera, giving these people a platform. And another thing, all they did the whole interview was like, yeah, look at these buttons on my gun. Look at these buttons I got. Look at this shit. Look at my guns. They kept pulling out their gun every 2 minutes. Like, we get it. You got a gun. We get it. Where the money at? Matter of fact, I don't even want to see it because people who flash money on camera, they broke too. That's why they flashing it. Shit, I seen the interview. Buddy, he flipping through like $300, putting it like that, like in a row. And then we all seen him on camera get the money back to his homie. Like, what are we doing? For real. Motherfuckers doing interviews and it's a damn blizzard outside. Y'all keep giving energy to these platforms. And I'm sorry, but not energy to these platforms, but energy to these platforms. And I'm part of the problem, but I'm done. I'm done, man. I see all the clips on my Instagram and Facebook anyway. But I be really wanting to watch these interviews, and I was watching them because I wanted to see like, is it gonna be like the Zach TV vibes? And ever since I've been watching them, and I don't watch all of them because it's like, man, this is bullshit. Y'all interviewing gangs that nobody ever even heard of, or y'all interviewing little kids that should be in school. You got these motherfuckers on cameras talking about, yeah, I don't do school. Motherfucker 16 can't even read on a 6th grade level. You 16 and you still read like you in fucking kindergarten. You gotta, like, come on, G. What is we doing, fool? What is we doing? I get it. People seen what Zach TV did, and they seen it was successful. But dog, we gotta we gotta wrap it up, man. Find some new content. Find something more positive to talk about. Like, it's some Chicago people that I see on Instagram, and they interview older people and ask them real insightful questions about the old Chicago and how shit used to be. That's real content. That's the content that we should be looking at. That's the community we should be looking to rebuild. But you interviewing these people that ain't got no talent, no creativity, no perspective, no elevation. You know what I'm saying? No, what's the word I'm looking for? No motivation to elevate, just violence the whole damn time. And then at some point, I got a question: are y'all really documenting the problem, or are y'all promoting the problem, or better yet, are you promoting and pushing the problem? Because there's a difference. A lot of these platforms know what they're doing. They know what make them money. Controversy get views. Ignorance get the clicks and views. Not the shit that we should be looking towards. Not the not the positivity. Not the people who looking to rebuild the community. Not people who looking to do something positive with the community. But this bullshit. This bullshit is what y'all watch. And I try, and a lot of times when I watch the interview, halfway through, man, I be out there. I've watched a couple of the interviews full through, but then it's like, damn, I wasted my time watching this. I done seen people getting a shootout on the video. It's like, yo, you ain't gonna delete that? Nope, keep it in there so people can view your video. And that's where we've gotten at as a community, man. And as someone who's trying to become a bigger face in the Chicago media space and create something differently, like it's a way to be entertaining and be insightful and be positive. You don't need bullshit. You don't need shootouts on camera. You don't need people showing guns on camera that they can barely fucking hold. And I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit, man, because I'm I'm feeling this shit right now. Because this is how I feel. Like you got kids incriminating themselves on camera, bro. It is illegal to have a switch anywhere. It is illegal. Those are illegal guns that you are showing on a platform like YouTube, and then they gonna post it on their Instagram, their Facebook, their Twitter. They gonna post this shit everywhere. Now millions of people in the world got a chance at seeing you post your button, and now you what you thought was cool. Now you ended up with at least 10 years in jail over showing your gun on camera, looking stupid as fuck. And then one of the dudes in the video, he got an ankle monitor on. Like, hey man, hey man. But this is what I gotta say on this, man. I get that controversy and ignorant gives you the clicks and views, and that's how you make your money. But at what cost, right? At what cost? You're not just posting content, you are posting and shaping a perception of our people. We already have a perception about us that people think we are. There's already a perception out there about us. And then not only that, you know who watching your videos is kids. Come on, man. I don't care what no parent out here say, bro. Yo 11, 12, 13-year-old, even down to 10, 9, maybe even 8-year-old is watching. I was gonna say the name. I don't, cause I'm not trying to have beef with no media people in Chicago. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna call you out when I feel like y'all on some bullshit. And right now, I feel like a lot of y'all videos is bullshit. A lot of y'all interviews is bullshit. Y'all interviewing kids that should be in school. Y'all interviewing people who can't even read, bro, but know all about a gun. So I get it, but y'all gotta realize, because I was once a teenager, I was watching a lot of the shit. I was watching certain things that maybe, I shouldn't be watching them. At the same breath, at least in my generation, our parents taught us certain things, like, and also in my generation, like, our whole life wasn't social media. Most of these people, this younger Gen Z and Gen Alpha, all they know is media. They scroll all day. We knew how to do that, but we also knew it was other things to life. And I'm not saying it wasn't people in our generation who didn't do wrong, because clearly we did. Every generation got people, bad apples, whatever. But it's gonna be even worse with the new generation if this is what they see and this is what they think is cool. This is how I get clout. All I gotta do is get on that platform and talk da 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 da. Not realizing, bro, some of these platforms really put y'all lives in danger. So yeah, man. This shit ain't it, man. And I'm not saying don't show reality, but what I am saying is what I want to say. Don't get comfortable profiting off the worst parts of things without offering better solutions. I never hear you all challenge these people in these interviews. Y'all let them get off whatever they want to say, and you post it for your monetary gain. And I have a problem with that. But moving on, moving on. Um, so this is gonna be a good one. I wish I had somebody to debate this with, but I still wanted to talk about it. So I seen a tweet, and I'm gonna pull up the tweet because I got it. I got it bookmarked. I always bookmark everything I want to talk about on this podcast. You know, um, it says no Vaseline is the most overrated hip hop diss track of all time. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. That is the worst take I've ever seen in my life. It's the worst take. No Vaseline is, if it's not the greatest diss track of all time, it's definitely within the top 3 to 5. Like, what are we talking about? No Vaseline destroyed a whole group. What do you mean? And he did it by himself. Now, he didn't need to go, he didn't need to make that shit 5 minutes long, or however long it is. How long is that song, matter of fact? I gotta make sure it don't play on here. But how long is No Vaseline? Let me make sure it's turned down. Don't want to get copyright. Yeah, No Vaseline is a little over 5 minutes long. I don't think it needs to be that long, but Cube clearly had some shit to get off his chest, and he felt betrayed. And I think the Straight Outta Compton movie showed a little bit of it, where Jerry Heller obviously was trying to underpay Cube, and Cube felt like he deserved more, and he left the group. And then somebody called him a Benedict Arnold. But no, 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 no. No, what did they call? I forgot what they called Cube, but they called him something, basically like a traitor. And he in the movie he flipped. It- Now I'm not sure if that's how it exactly went in real life, but Cube was like a producer or something on here, so I'm pretty sure that probably may be how it did go in real life. Like he probably heard that and went in the stew, and then the NWA had a group listen to the song. Jerry Hella ass was mad. Easy E ass was mad. The only person that wasn't really tripping in the movie was like DJ Yella and Dr. Dre. They were probably the only people that really wasn't tripping about it. DJ Yella, like damn, he that was in the movie though. We don't know how, but at the end of the day, No Vaseline, man, that's up there with Hit 'Em Up. That's up there with Ether. Shit, that's up there. That's up there with the best of the best. When we talking about diss songs, diss tracks, No Vaseline is not overrated at all. At all. What now? What I will say is overrated was Back to Back. I know a lot of people probably forgot about that track, but Back to Back, when I listen to it, I'm like, how the hell did we let this one win over Meek? And I think because a lot of people think Meek is a goofy, like that's how Drake ended up winning. Like, back in 2015, a lot of us was still on Drake's side. Like, this ain't 2025. 2026, where the whole world is against Drake now. This is 2015 when Drake had the world at the palm of his hand. And I think Back to Back is actually, if not the most overrated diss track, it's definitely up there for sure. And that's off the top of my head that I can think of. Oh yeah, and I also gotta add "Not Like Us" to one of the best diss tracks of all time. By the way, it definitely is. I think "Not Like Us" might have took the #1 spot. It might have. You gotta think "Not Like Us." That was more than a diss track. That became an anthem. That became a song people can dance to. Like, yeah, that's up there. It might be #1. Might be #1, but I love Cube. I love Cube. So that's why Cube, No Vaseline, man, that's top 3 for me. How is it not top 3? Like I said, man, he destroyed a whole group lyrically. And it literally broke them apart. It literally broke them apart, bro. It had Dr. Dre questioning, damn, is Jerry really stealing from us? Why you think Dre was the next one out? It had him questioning them niggas after a while. Eazy-E was the last one to catch on, for real. He was the last one to catch on. Because if you watch Straight Outta Compton, bro, Eazy-E was downsizing houses like a motherfucker. So now, him and Cube get cool later on. That's when Eazy-E started looking at his papers, according to the movie. Now, that could, a movie's supposed to be entertaining, so that may not all be in order, but from what we know as the public, Eazy-E was the last one to catch on to Jerry stealing. And then, Jerry Heller, he passed away in real life. I want to say I want to say damn near 10 years ago. But, it is what it is. This is why I wish I had a discourse with somebody here. I do think that I think that Back to Back is easily the most overrated diss track ever. Like, he wasn't really saying nothing. I think the only line that Drake really got off is this a world tour or your girls tour? I think that's the only one he really got off for real. But other than that diss track was garbage. It's a reason why don't nobody listen to that shit no more. It was good for the year 2015. You listen to it in 2026, you're gonna be like, Drake wasn't really saying shit. But because he Drake, he could get away with that. Yeah, man, that's how I feel about it. And I think, it's always a good debate, but I seen a lot of people trying to say Hit 'Em Up was probably overrated. Hit 'Em Up wasn't, I don't think Hit 'Em Up, first of all, I don't think Tupac cared about doing a whole diss track by himself. If you listen to the song, he said, I'm done with you niggas. I'm gonna let my little niggas get on y'all. That's practically, that's the sum of what he said. Verbatim, I think he said something different, but that was similar to what he said. Basically, like, I'm gonna let my little niggas get on y'all now. Cause y'all tweaking with me. And to me, the Outlaws wasn't bad on that song. I think it is a different vibe because even I turned it off after Pac verse go off. Even I turned it off because I'm a Pac fan. Sometimes, Pac just used to like to put people on. That was his heart. I've heard that from people that been around him, and then you just see it in his music. Like, okay, he was trying to give this person the opportunity to shine. That's why he put him on. So, I still think that diss track was impactful though, because I don't know if Biggie and them even responded. I think Biggie did respond. I gotta do my homework on that. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, and I don't want the hip hop community on my ass because I said something wrong. Sometimes when you're in front of the camera, you forget certain shit. Sometimes certain shit leave your memory that you usually know. I think I think so though. I don't know. But let's move on to this situation. Lord have mercy. Lil Russell. This probably would be the. I mean, if he do something else in the future, I don't know, man. I usually don't even talk about Lil Russell. I'm not a fan. I've heard about him before. His music is I wouldn't listen to him, and he proved last week why I wouldn't listen to him. But I I'm sure you all heard about the Lil Russell situation. Um, Heaven sent. Heaven sent. I'm gonna try to play the video. I'm gonna start the video now. Hold on. It's actually starting without me. Hold on. All right, here it go. This record, and I sent it off to my engineer, and he calls me. He said, "Man, you probably shouldn't put this out." I said, "Why? What the hell happened?" He said, you talking about Epstein? There's a lot of shit going on." And I said, "Thank you for calling me. I'm finna drop this." That's exactly why we need it. Because everybody sit and be silent. This is to express the times and discuss, say all the things that nobody else want to say or know how to say. I'm not perfect, and neither is the president. Was guiltier than a nigga hiding evidence. You can't be mad that they heated if you don't let them vent. Even the devil was heaven sent. Even Malcolm was heaven sent. Even Martin was heaven sent. Even Kanye was heaven sent. We all heaven sent. Donald too. We all heaven sent. Epstein too. We all heaven sent. Get off too. We all heaven sent. Even you. We all heaven sent. I made this record. Now that I let y'all hear the video of what he said, right? First, I'm not gonna defend him. But because I'm an understanding person, here's what I'm gonna say. I understand completely what he was trying to say. I understand what he was trying to say. He was trying to come from a spiritual, forgiving, basically almost saying everything happens for a reason, even the bad. I kind of get it. No, I don't kind of get it. I'm sorry. But when you start off with the devil who was heaven sent, and then you going to go on to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, I have a problem. Because don't you dare put Malcolm X and Martin Luther King in the same conversation as the devil. Even Kanye. Like, Kanye is not that damn bad. Kanye has said some very controversial things, and sometimes on point. A lot of times he missed the mark completely. But there is no way you putting those three names in the same conversation as the devil. Then to go on and name Donald Trump, this way lost me. You started naming Hitler, Epstein, and Trump. Known murderers, especially Hitler. Known rapists, especially Trump. And child molesters, Epstein and Trump. Matter of fact, allegedly. I'm going to put the allegedly there because I can't get sued for saying that. But they're allegedly, not Hitler, but Trump is allegedly a child molester and a rapist. He has cases on him. And I've also heard videos of him saying, just grab about a, you know what. Calling them heaven sent? Nah, buddy. That and then you got the nerve to delete your Instagram and deactivate your social media. Get your punk ass out of here. You can't say something controversial like that and not expect no backlash. What the fuck did you think people was gonna say? When you talking about Trump, Epstein, and Hitler and the devil in the same conversation as Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and even Kanye West, what the fuck did you think people was gonna say? And now you mad because you getting backlash. Because the thing is, bro, heaven sent means something. Heaven sent means damn near pure. You can't blur that line. I'm sorry, you can't. And you can't be mad that people reacting. This is what you wanted. When you say something controversial, such as those things, this is what comes with it. Like, what are we talking about? This is what comes with it. You can believe in God and that God has a plan without calling evil heaven sent. I don't give a fuck what you saying, man. Get your goof ass on and you mad because people calling you out on it. Of course God forgives. God is a forgiving God. But there are commandments in the Bible. There are certain things in the Bible that say that. How about you read that? And then come back with the heaven sent shit, my nigga. But you mad. Like, you can't attach heaven sent to people who cause real harm on not one or two people, but he caused it. They've caused pain on hundreds of thousands of people. Look what's happening right now. Come on, man. We got a thing called Epstein Island and Epstein Files. But you want to call that man heaven sent. And then the person currently in office, he trying to redact certain things from it so he don't get caught. Because allegedly he's in there. And we all kind of know he is. We all kind of know it. Now we'll never fully know it, and I don't need no, what's the word? Maybe not me, but those victims definitely deserve justice. But I don't need no closure to the situation. I know a certain someone is in them files. He trying to protect himself. But while I understand LaRussell's perspective, bro, I can't get with that. And I can't agree to it. I can't agree with it, bro. There is no way that you think that what you said was wrong. And then, guys, I'm gonna read y'all what the man said, bro. According to someone on Twitter. Oh, hold on. First, let me let y'all hear this video of him speaking on dealing with the internet trolls and backlash. This is from Double XL. They did an interview with him. I'm gonna let y'all hear this one.
Man, I got here from putting in that work and marketing my art and putting it out to the world and showing all the dope things I do. And nobody who has an opinion on me negatively have done half of what I've done in my life and in my career and for my family. You know, I'm the first to ever do some of the things I'm doing. They're not the first to comment negatively about a nigga. You know, it's like, it's whatever. So I just kind of keep trekking. You know, you're going to get bullets that hit your shield and some going to pierce a little deeper. And it's like, I got to part, it is what it is. It come with it. Hate come with being great. Man, I got here.
You hear what he said? Hate come with being great. but then he deactivated his social media. That means you can't take it, bro. You can't. I hear LeBron slander on the internet all the time. I ain't never seen him deactivate the social media. Beyonce get backlash a lot too. Never seen her deactivate social media. I can see if you didn't have social media, but the fact that you had it then deleted it because you know you said some bullshit, mean that you can't take it. And then he sent a message to somebody allegedly because it may not be him because they put his number on the internet. So I don't know if this is him or not. But he said, "Yo, it's LaRussell. I'll be off the grid for a while, just working on myself and being in my community. I've been online every single day, spreading my message to the masses for the past 5 years. I'm tired, boss. I would still love to have your support during this time offline. I'll still be throwing shows and finding out new ways to push my product. You may see more texts and emails from me than usual. You can always opt out. Below, we have a link to new merch and upcoming shows. I'll also be doing spur of the moment pop up shows. All the love and support is appreciated. Gratitude." Yeah, a bunch of bullshit is what I read. I don't know, man. Sometimes listen to the people around you that got your best interests at heart. You know, because that was a bad moment for you, a really really bad moment. It's gonna be very very hard for you to recover. But you not taking responsibility and you trying to disappear off social media. You think when you magically appear back on social media that people not gonna remember what you just said, dog? They gonna remember what you said, my nigga. Just apologize. Is it really that hard to apologize? Is it really that hard to say, you know what, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. And there's a reason your engineer told you not to do it. Look at the backlash you getting. Stupid. Oh my. Sometimes artists, their ego is their biggest enemy. Like sometimes just listen, man. Just listen. Like, like sometimes people like him piss me off, man. Cause they can never just own up to what they did, man. They can never own up to what they did. Just deflect, keep thinking they did the right thing. Like, no, bro. Hitler hurt communities in real life. Trump is currently hurting communities in real life. Epstein hurt children in real life. So, yeah, fuck out of here with that. All right. We almost out of here, but real quick, I don't know if you all follow sports or not, but the Kenyon Martin situation, that happened with his with someone who worked on the platform that he is a face of, Gil's Arena. Apparently this guy who works behind the camera of Gil's Arena, before working for Gil's Arena, he made fun of Kenyon's speech impediment. And apparently, Kenyon Martin, he stutters, and apparently that's a soft spot for Kenyon Martin. And Kenyon hadn't seen the video. Apparently, the guy tried to apologize. Now, the guy tried to apologize once he seen the video started to resurface again. And according to Kenyon, the guy tried to apologize without really even saying what he was apologizing for. Kenyon Martin just blew it off like anybody would do, because like, what you apologizing for? But I will say Kenyon should have asked him what he apologizing for first, to be fair. But outside of that, I don't think Kenyon was wrong. But Anyway, somebody sent the video, and it was old. Apparently, it was like from 3 years ago, or 2 years, 3 years ago. So, and somebody sent the video to Kenyon. Ken got a hold of it, and on Gil's Arena, he embarrassed Buddy in front of thousands, if not millions, of people. And I gotta say, man, I don't agree with most people out here. A lot of people out here don't really like Kenyon Martin for whatever reason. But I agree with Kenyon. If you disrespect, I'm gonna disrespect you. Um, at the end of the day, and he didn't really disrespect Buddy. He just embarrassed him. At the end of the day, bro, you can't talk shit about people and then be mad when they respond how they respond. You know what I'm saying? And you tried to apologize to Kenyon without him really even knowing what the situation you apologizing for. You can't do that. So a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this situation. Oh, why he bringing it up now? You could have did that behind closed doors because the disrespect was on camera." So just he tried to disrespect on camera and hope people caught on to it. But I just happen to have a bigger name on a bigger platform, and now I'm going to embarrass you in front of more people. And I like that Kenyon did it. I would have done it, but apparently a lot of people think Kenyon should have took the been a bigger man. Buddy was out here saying what he was saying about him. Y'all wasn't saying it. It's like I don't give a fuck how old it is. Disrespect is disrespect. You can't come around my family and loved ones when you was talking shit behind my back. And then you don't know how I felt like that. And then I heard the video a little bit when Kenyon played it on the show. That man was intentionally trying to do that. That man he was intentionally trying to do that. You were intentionally trying to make fun of Kenyon. You just so happened to not realize one day you was gonna meet him in real life and realize he really a good dude, and you felt bad for what you said. That's the only reason you apologize, my nigga. And then Buddy made a video himself, and the video didn't sound sincere at all. He talking about, yeah, I gotta get on this platform and talk about it. Nigga, this is gonna be over in a week or two. Ain't nobody inviting you on their platform to talk about that bullshit. You got your little 15 minutes of fame, and now you gotta live in embarrassment. Sorry, it's your fault. So that's my thought on that. But yeah, man. So that's where I'm at, man. I want to know what y'all think about what I talked about today. Leave some in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. But yeah, are these Chicago vloggers really helping or hurting the culture? What is the most overrated diss track in your opinion? Because I know y'all got some takes, and I want to hear them. So I'll catch y'all next episode. And also, man, I want to send a prayer out to Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris, excuse me. I almost said Chuck Morris. Chuck Norris and his family. Chuck Norris passed away the other day at 86 suddenly. Now, I know people say it ain't suddenly. He damn near 90, but it's suddenly when he looked like he was healthy and moving not too long ago. And he just passed. I don't know. Prayers to his family. Also prayers to the families of the two pilots that lost their life in the LaGuardia airport accident yesterday. And also, I want to send a prayer to the guy who was killed. Let me get his name. His name was Bradrick Michael Wells. He was killed by the professional cornhole player Dayton James Weber, who was also he's also a quadruple amputee. If you don't know what that is, that's when both your arms and your legs are both cut off, so he don't have no hands or feet for real. And yeah, so prayers to him. That's a sad, sad situation. And prayers to everybody that's going through something out there, man. I love you guys. Peace and positivity, everybody, man. I'll see y'all next episode. I hope y'all enjoy this one. Love y'all. Peace.